In a world saturated with constant chatter, noise, and distractions, the art of silence often gets overlooked. Yet silence is one of the most profound tools for spiritual growth and personal transformation. In Buddhist philosophy, silence holds a deep significance, not merely as the absence of sound, but as a deliberate and conscious practice that nurtures the inner self and aligns one with a higher spiritual consciousness. Why does silence hold such power? And how can it become a transformative force in our lives? The journey into silence reveals far more than the simple cessation of speech. It uncovers the pathway to clarity, focus, and deep inner peace. What is conscious silence? At its core, conscious silence is the intentional choice to abstain from speaking, but it extends far beyond the mere act of not talking. It is a profound practice that involves tuning into one's inner voice and listening to the subtle messages that come from within. This silence is not a forced stillness. Rather, it is a deliberate quieting of the mind and heart to create space for spiritual growth. It requires a deep awareness of one's thoughts, emotions, and actions, and a conscious decision to withhold unnecessary words that may disrupt the flow of personal insight or spiritual awakening. In Buddhist teachings, silence is seen as a sacred practice that aligns the practitioner with the natural rhythms of life and the universe. But why is silence so powerful? What can it teach us that words cannot? The answer lies in the way silence helps us to connect with the essence of our being, beyond the distractions of the world around us. By cultivating conscious silence, we open ourselves to deeper levels of understanding and spiritual growth. Silence is powerful. The hidden dynamics, the human tendency to speak frequently, often reflects a restless mind, one that is constantly seeking validation, reassurance, or an escape from discomfort. When we engage in incessant talking, we tend to disperse our energy, engaging with external stimuli, rather than nourishing our internal essence. Silence, on the other hand, acts as a guardian of our energy, helping to preserve our vital life force and preventing unnecessary drain. By refraining from unnecessary speech, we conserve our mental, emotional, and physical energy for more significant pursuits, such as deep reflection, meditation, and spiritual practice. One of the most profound aspects of silence is its ability to foster self-reliance. When we refrain from talking about ourselves and seeking external validation, we allow our energy to flow inward, creating space for self-awareness and inner clarity. But why do we often feel the need to speak about ourselves? Many times, this urge comes from an unconscious desire to validate our existence through the reactions and acknowledgement of others. Silence, however, challenges this need for external validation, helping us cultivate a sense of inner peace and self-acceptance that does not depend on the approval of others. The spiritual dynamics of silence. One of the most significant benefits of silence in spiritual practice is its ability to protect and nurture spiritual growth. Just as a delicate flame needs protection from the wind to grow and shine brightly, the spiritual flame within each of us requires shielding from external distractions and negative influences. Silence acts as a glass dome that protects the fragile nature of our spiritual insights and experiences, allowing them to develop and deepen without interference. In Buddhist philosophy, the practice of silence is deeply connected to the process of meditation, which is essential for attaining clarity, wisdom, and inner peace. Many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, emphasize the importance of silence during critical moments of growth and self-realization. Think about the great spiritual figures throughout history. Jesus, for example, practiced silence during moments of profound transformation. His silence was not merely a lack of speech, but a deliberate choice to connect with the divine and deepen his understanding of his spiritual mission. This practice of deliberate silence is not about withdrawing from the world or avoiding human interaction, but rather about aligning with a higher purpose. How often do we speak out of habit or impulse without considering the power of our words? The act of embracing silence allows us to regain control over our energy, to listen more deeply, and to respond from a place of authenticity and clarity. The transformative benefits of silence offers numerous benefits, many of which are directly related to spiritual growth. One of the most immediate advantages is its ability to preserve vital energy. When we refrain from idle talk or unnecessary conversations, we conserve our energy for more important spiritual endeavors. This energy can be used for self-awareness, meditation, and cultivating a deeper connection with the divine. By avoiding shallow exchanges or gossip, we free ourselves from the constant barrage of external opinions and judgments, creating space for meaningful reflection and personal growth. Another significant benefit of silence is its ability to provide clarity and focus. In a world filled with distractions and external noise, silence offers a sanctuary of peace, where we can observe the world without being swept away by the opinions and emotions of others. Silence allows us to discern the true intentions of those around us, helping us to navigate relationships and situations with greater wisdom and insight. By quieting the noise of the outside world, we can hear the voice of our own heart and soul more clearly, guiding us toward decisions that align with our higher purpose. Silence also has a remarkable ability to strengthen our inner voice. In the absence of external distractions, we become more attuned to our inner wisdom and divine guidance. Whether through meditation, prayer, or quiet contemplation, silence provides the space needed to reconnect with our true self. What if the answers to our most pressing questions are already within us, waiting to be heard? Silence allows us to hear those answers and reconnect with the divine spark that resides within. The influence of silence, attracting respect and presence. One of the lesser discussed benefits of silence is its ability to increase influence and presence. When we speak less and choose our words carefully, we naturally project a sense of serenity and confidence. People are drawn to individuals who possess the quiet strength to listen and reflect before speaking. Silence, rather than making us invisible, enhances our presence, allowing us to command attention and respect through our actions and energy rather than our words. In a world that often equates verbosity with importance, the silent strength of those who practice conscious silence stands out. Have you ever been in the presence of someone whose silence spoke louder than words? The serene confidence they exude can have a powerful impact, attracting others who respect their inner peace and wisdom. Silence can transform us into a magnetic force, drawing others toward our energy, rather than our words. Silence has protection from negative influences in spiritual practices. Silence acts as a shield against negative influences and external energy. Sharing too much about our spiritual journey or personal experiences prematurely can invite skepticism from others. These negative energies can hinder our progress and disrupt the delicate balance of our spiritual growth. By practicing silence, we protect ourselves from the harmful effects of external judgments and allow our journey to unfold naturally and undisturbed. Silence also promotes humility, as it helps us avoid the ego's desire for validation and praise. True spiritual growth occurs when we focus on our inner transformation, rather than seeking recognition from the outside world. How often do we speak or act out of a need for approval? Silence teaches us to let go of this attachment to praise and instead focus on the quiet inner work that leads to true self-realization. Practical ways to cultivate silence in daily life. While the benefits of silence are clear, how can we cultivate it in our daily lives? It begins with simple, intentional choices to avoid unnecessary speaking and external distraction. One effective practice is to avoid idle talk. This means refraining from speaking simply to fill the silence, and instead allowing quiet moments to serve as opportunities for reflection and inner dialogue. We can also limit our use of social media, which often promotes trivial discussions or venting, and instead use our time to connect with ourselves on a deeper level. Another important practice is to restrain complaints and criticism. Complaining is counterproductive and only drains our energy, while focusing on gratitude and positive thoughts helps maintain a higher frequency of vibration. Similarly, Holding back from criticizing others preserves our energy and promotes a more peaceful and compassionate mindset. What if, instead of voicing complaints, we focused on solutions or positive affirmations? The practice of refraining from judgment allows us to maintain emotional balance and harmony. Silence in the face of spiritual challenges. Silence is not always easy, especially when we face inner challenges. In moments of difficulty, silence forces us to confront our deepest fears, anxieties, and aspirations. This confrontation is essential for spiritual progress, as it allows us to address the issues that may be holding us back from true growth. How often do we fill our minds with noise to avoid confronting uncomfortable truths? Silence forces us to look inward and face our emotional and spiritual obstacles head-on, which is necessary for our transformation. In moments of divine timing, silence also honors the right moment for sharing insights or wisdom. Rushing to speak without fully understanding the situation can disrupt the natural flow of spiritual development. Silence teaches us patience, trust, and discernment, allowing us to share our experiences when the time is right and when our words will have the most impact. Conclusion: the transformative power of silence. In essence, silence is a powerful ally on the spiritual path. By embracing silence, we protect our energy, gain clarity, and reconnect with our inner wisdom. Silence nurtures spiritual growth, helping us cultivate self-awareness, humility, and resilience. It is not just the absence of sound, but the conscious choice to create space for deeper understanding and connection with the divine.